All right, welcome back to the Malbeefance channel, everyone. This is episode 6 of my series replay for Star Wars Rebellion. And I know that it's probably a niche group of folks out there that are actually interested in this game. Um, but I wanted to do this because, like I said before, I really do enjoy this game. And for those of you that might be familiar with it, assuming that you're as ancient as I am, um, you may be unfamiliar that the game still has at least it has a pretty decent following on Steam, and there is a player there, goes by the handle of Metasharp, who has put a lot of effort into the 25th anniversary update, as he calls it, where he goes ahead and he basically fixes a lot of the technology problems that the game has had simply due to how old the game is. A lot of the graphics have been fixed up. Pretty much all the graphics have been fixed up. The character of the game, the mechanics and everything like that, none of that has changed. So anybody that played the game a long time ago, if you still remember how to play it, none of that has changed. And but you've got a game that works a lot better in the more modern operating systems. So with all of that out of the way, um, we'll go ahead and get the game moving again. For those of you that might not be aware, this is a RTS game. However, you can control the speed. Obviously, you saw I had it paused. Um, you can speed up the how quickly the days pass by, and then it'll also delay what's going on out in the galaxy as a whole. That'll be put on pause when you go into battle screens that can crop up from time to time. So if you were watching last turn, you know that we pulled off a coup early on in the game with the capture of Princess Leia. Along the way, we were also able to pick up General Andrometrum. Um, for those of you who are not familiar with they call it the expanded universe now. General Andrometrum, um, she was a survivor of an attack. The Empire had carried out an attack on her world where her family had been killed in an attack that the Empire had conducted, and that's what drove her to join the rebellion. And if you're familiar with West End Games' version of Star Wars, the role playing game, she pops up in that game as the commander of
A
the
manufacturing
Farstar.
message has been received.
All right, so TIE Fighter Squadron has been deployed to, I believe that is supposed to be pronounced Iego, but I wind up calling it Lego all the time. And we got a espionage droid deployed to Coruscant. Okay, and as I mentioned early on, so I'm working with a whole new microphone system. Um, one of the professional looking ones that you see sometimes other uh, content creators are using with the big squishy foam cover on and everything like that. So Lily Sprout was able to get me one of those, and I'm still experimenting with it. I noticed that in the last couple of episodes, the game sound was pretty loud. And even though I figured out the voiceover and what the user manual calls karaoke um, function, and those are supposed to drown out. They're supposed to lower the volume. Oh, excuse me. They're supposed to lower the volume of the game, what's going on in the background here in the game while I'm speaking. And unfortunately, the game volume was coming in so loud that it didn't make a difference. And hopefully, I didn't blow anybody's eardrums with that. Hopefully, we got that worked out. So I'm still learning this new sound system, this new microphone system. So please bear with me. Hopefully, we got that all worked out now. All right, so enough of that. Let's get the game moving.
A manufacturing message has been received.
All right, so an enemy reconnaissance mission to Delang has been foiled. Awesome.
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
And we got a commando unit deployed to Ghana. All right, so just the one guy there. All these other folks are on their way back or on their way there, so they show up next turn or next day. These guys won't get there until day 135. Okay, so Reese's team is going to be back tomorrow. And it looks like a number of those espionage droids are going to be back on day 130. That one's going to be back on 134. Okay, so yeah, so two teams, and it looks like one of them comes back 130, the other one comes back 134. Okay. All right, so who we got sitting on Coruscant here? All right, my strike team is there. Actually, I want them to go after that remaining shipyard. And so I've got 3 espionage droids available. I'm not running a counter-espionage mission on the capital, so let's go ahead and do that while we're waiting for more droids to show up.
A manufacturing message has been received.
All right, so that was a real quick mission. Awesome, thank you.
One of our agents is reporting in.
And a 4th one shows up just as they get done. Awesome. And 4. All right, so I'm going to take a chance here. Send them out to Sasubo. So I've noticed Tapassi's support for the rebellion is increasing a lot. So they've got somebody on the ground there. I need to go pick them, find out who it is and pick them up. All right, so I got the Nagri commandos on board, but I went ahead and I sent those droids out. All right, when is he due? Okay, 4 more days. All right, so I'll wait for him to show up, and then I'll send the fleet over here, and hopefully whoever that is, they'll still be working that diplomatic mission, and we can pick them up. Find out who they are and pick them up. Oh, so let me go ahead. I keep mentioning Metasharp's work. So let me go ahead and show you. So now this is some of his rework. Okay, this is a perfect example for any of you that are familiar with the original game. This is a beautiful, absolutely beautiful rendering of the escort carrier. And so this is his work on the Alliance frigate. So now this is the original assault transport. You can see the difference in the quality of the artwork. Now, I'm not dissing the original artwork. I mean, because remember, this game came out in the 90s, and it really was top quality at the time. And so this is Metasharp's work again and again, and one of my favorites that I like. Oops, did not mean to do that. Where is it? There we go. So this is I love this compared to the original. This is awesome. There's so much detail going on here. So just wanted to show you a little bit of his work.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Okay, so the other shield generator has shown up on Diego there. I got a droid.
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
Okay, the espionage mission to Denagra has been foiled. Returning to Ton. So that was super espionage droid there. I figured his luck would have had to have run out sooner or later. All right, so I've been trying to get a shipyard going, a big shipyard going here on Osis. So both the construction facilities at Diego and Bunta are working on that. All right, so I'm going to have Reese's team try and take out some of the defending alliance forces, rebel forces, because reducing them will assist the abduction attempt on General Maydeen. All right, and in the meantime, all right, so it's going to take them 4 days to get there.
There is a message from Lord Vader.
I have succeeded. As you wish.
The Empire does not have many good diplomats. There's a total of 7 characters that have diplomatic skills, and so getting them early on in the game is, in my opinion, it's crucial. So that way we can go ahead and we can get worlds to join the Empire as quickly as possible, build up our construction base and our defensive base. Now, yeah, it's the Empire. You can go ahead and you can invade worlds and conquer them, but they're a lot easier to hold on to if you get them to join willingly.
A manufacturing message has been received.
All right, so my guys didn't do so well over Sasubo.
One of our agents is reporting in.
Counter-espionage on Exodine was successful. Another droid deployed Coruscant, and that's
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
So what do we got? Holy smokes. A lot of transports. A lot of blockade runners. 15 squadrons of fighters. How many heavies? The rescue. 3 carriers. And the enfranchise. More Corellian corvettes. Whew. That's a lot of ships. How many of those guys am I getting back? 3. Okay, not bad. So now, despite the size of that force, the actual threat is the 15 squadrons of starfighters. The two bulk cruisers, um, they're able to take on a single star destroyer, and it would be a match. But I've got two star destroyers in that dreadnought, so all of the Carillion corvettes, all of the Telgorn transports, and the carriers, they are anti-starfighter platforms. Um, as in mass, that yeah, they can do damage. They will definitely be able to help out the two bulk cruisers. So yeah, that is a threat to my combined forces. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
One of our agents is reporting in.
All right, so no effect on Nubia. Tund has increased. I think he's done with Tund now. And troop training research has made some progress. Keep going. Yep, he is done with Tund. I did not mean for that to rhyme. Alright, so definitely Saliukami. Wrong guy. That's alright though, I got a mission for him too. Alright, so he's finished with Exodeme. I want to take the chance. How soon do they show up? Another 11 days. Yeah, so I'll put the four of them together and they'll go after General Riken. Alright, so my fleet's going to show up over to Passy this coming turn.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Okay, so I got lucky, and there are no defenders.
There is a message from an Imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination. A message has been received indicating the Imperial fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
Alright, so unfortunately I can't stay here long. Alright, so when are they showing up? Okay, they showed up over Sasubo today. They will beat me to Coruscant if they jump this turn. But I gotta get back there. Whoops. Wrong button. So I'll run a counter-espionage mission. If it gets done within the next day or two, I might be able to see if there's anything on the way.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, so another commando unit there at Hammer. Okay, where was the other one? Boop. Okay, so that means that shipyard they were constructing is on its way. Awesome. Give me another one. For those of you that don't already know, the more factories, training facilities, or shipyards, the more of them you got in one place, the faster they put stuff together.
A manufacturing message has been received.
All right, I'm going to take the chance. I mean, I probably should have them go back up this guy, but I need to spread out a little bit. Try and get as much intel as I can. All right, I'm going to risk it.
A manufacturing message has been received.
So if the rebel fleet hasn't shown up over Coruscant this day,
One of our
I'm
agents is
good
reporting
because
in.
tomorrow, 1:38, that's when the Imperial fleet will be back over the capital. And if they show up, then the advantage is going to be that half my starfighters are on the Star Destroyers instead of on the planet. Reconnaissance mission to Ethor is completed. Tund has finished putting together those ground troops. All right, so make some more. Send them over to Diego. Let's have a look at Ethor. Yeah, so none of these planets have got anybody on them. Okay, they're just letting you know, okay, so you got 8 energy potential to use, and then you can build up to 8 mines. Everything that you build, shipyard, construction, mines, planetary shields, all of that stuff. Each one of those that you build uses up energy, and then once you don't have any more energy at the planet, that's it. You can't build anymore. You can swap out if you want to, but
There is a message from the Emperor.
another squadron at it.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Okay, the shipyard over Chile was destroyed, so that takes care of
There is a
their
message from an
known
Imperial fleet indicating the
or
next
shipyard
destination.
capabilities. S-less has increased. Awesome. Yep, keep it up.
One of our agents is reporting in.
All right, so just in case the rebel fleet is coming, deploy the TIE fighters to the planet. That way, so if the TIE fighters, if any fighters are deployed to the planet instead of up on the ships, Imperial fighters, they will be deployed in space if a battle should start. Alliance fighters or Rebel fighters, because they have hyper drives of their own, they show up ready for battle. They don't have to deploy from their motherships, their carriers, but the TIE fighters do. If they're on board their motherships, the Star Destroyers or the other carriers. And it takes time to deploy them. Come on. There we go.
There is a message from Lord Vader. One of our agents is reporting in.
All right, so he recruited Admiral Dalla. Now, I know any of you that are familiar with the expanded universe, I realize that having Admiral Dala is a mixed bag. But here in the game, she's not as incompetent as she was in the books.
As you wish.
All right, so I'm going to take a risk here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send her to Coruscant. And when she gets there, she will take over as general of the troops on the ground. Eventually, as I expand the naval forces and I have a second fleet, then I can use her to take over as admiral in charge of one of those fleets. And then Grindon, he's going to wait. He's got 5 more days waiting for these guys to show up, and they'll go after General Riken over on Deveronian. Oh, and I don't know if you caught it. Reese, she was able to blow up that Alliance Army regiment on McKeb.
A manufacturing message has been received.
All right, so another espionage droid at Coruscant, and Nubia has increased.
One of our agents is reporting in.
So the 2 of them, Palayan. Who else is there? Piet. Okay. So they're almost done there. I know that I remember that the rebels have sent insurrectionists to Duro. So once they get done with Nubia, I'll send them over there, even though Exodine is also in danger. The population is pretty much against the Empire. I could split the 2 diplomats up, but I'd rather have them working together. I do know that takes a risk that the rebels could pick up both of them at the same time. But right now, I'm willing to take that risk. All right, so we only have the 1 droid available at the moment. And those guys are working the home system.
One of our agents is reporting in.
Okay, so I only sent the 1 team out. It was a 50-50 chance.
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
Luckily, though, they are returning. They weren't wiped out. Okay, so the counter-espionage mission to Coruscant was successful, and ship design at the Lang is making progress. Keep it up. All right, so what do we know? All right, so nothing is coming, at least not at the moment. So in that case, my other fear see if anything on its way to Esselis. But I believe Esselis, yeah, they're pretty well defended at the moment. Now, it would not be wise of me to have the Imperial fleet try and break this force up for reasons that I've already been talking about. The fighters, the TIE fighters, they're going to have to deploy out of the ships, and they're going to be deploying. You'll get 1 squadron out of the Dreadnought, out of the Tyrannic, and then you'll get 1 squadron out of each of the Star Destroyers, the Irrication and the Aurora. And so you only have 3 squadrons out there, and they'll be up against at least 15 squadrons of Rebel starfighters, and then all of those anti-starfighter ships. So they'll just get chewed up as they come out. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to be cagey about my fleet operations until I can get some more capital ships out there and tilt the balance.
One of our agents is reporting in.
All right, so Brentel was a success, and they also got information on Zop. Nubia had no effect that time. Oh, Han Solo is on Brentel 4. Is there, and there are no ground defenses. All right, so 3, 4. Okay, so Han Solo is tagged as essential in the game, so I can't kill him even if I wanted to, which I don't. Um, but he can be wounded, and right now all I'm going to do is I'm going to try and abduct him. I would rather capture him um, because he is essential. And one of the things that it does is the game is set up if the Imperial player, or even if the rebels are being played by a player and not the computer, if Han Solo gets abducted, then Chewbacca, Princess Leia, and Luke Skywalker all immediately drop what they're doing and they go to rescue him. So now I've captured the princess, um, and I know that Chewbacca is all the way over here on Manan running operations out of Manan. However, I have no idea where Luke Skywalker is. So capturing Han Solo is just like in The Empire Strikes Back. Capturing Han Solo is a tactic to hopefully capturing Luke Skywalker, who is one of the 3 objectives I have to achieve in order to win the game.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Okay, so Pisano was successful with additional information about Polani, and I didn't look at Zoth last
is reporting in.
Okay, so all right, if I'd have waited one more day, I'd have had another group of commandos. All right, well, in case the first group fails, maybe my one lone group will pull a hat trick. All right, so we got an update on Polani. There's still all the guerrillas there. And we got a training facility being built somewhere. A lot of refineries. All right, now I forgot where Enzon is. Okay, the Arrow, the Nimble, and the Hawk. So they each have 2. So is Gamor protected? Not really. But the Lang is. Here we go, Enzon. So the Sparrow is on her way there. Oh, Senator Garmbel Ibley. Okay, so have a look for yourself. Does that not look like Sean Connery? Why does Garmbel Ibley look like Sean Connery? I do not remember Sean Connery playing Garm in anything. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. Oops. I was trying to call up a bigger picture of him for you to have a look at, but I guess I don't have one. Unless. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he does. Come on.
A manufacturing message has been received.
So that's pretty cool. But that's also Metasharp's doing. He went ahead and he took the cartoon character portraits of all of the folks in here
There is a message
and
from one of
went
your
ahead and
field
improved
personnel.
them So this is what the original looked like. Okay. And then so obviously now this is Metasharp's work to upgrade. So these two are Metasharps. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so another one of my espionage droids shows up, and the mission to Chardan has been foiled, and those guys have finally shown up. All right, so did we learn anything? Did we lose anybody? Yeah, we did. We lost one guy. That's okay. All right, so let's see if you guys can do me a solid and pick up General Riken. Okay, so I'm sure everybody watching has figured out that by capturing these characters, you are depriving the other side of the extra skill abilities that they have. Okay, obviously, I've got to capture Senator Mon Mothma. I got to capture Luke Skywalker. They are objectives for winning the game. The third objective, if you don't already know, is destroying the Rebel headquarters. So I achieve all three of those objectives, the Empire wins the game. All right.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Okay, so Nubia has increased. I believe they're done with Nubia.
One
And
of
they've
our
returned
agents
to
is
Gamma.
reporting in.
And training facilities at SOS. All right, so we're going to send a big mission over to Chardon this time. I'm hoping to, hopefully I can wipe out these two regiments. That'll get rid of the garrison and maybe it'll flip the system for me if I can knock them out soon enough. All right, so the diplomatic mission at Nubia is complete. So now have them go work Doro. All right. All right, so that is going to do it for this episode. So I'm hoping that these Star Wars Rebellion videos will pick up some traction, pick up some more viewers. If you've been watching all this long, please by all means drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts on it. If you've never seen the game before and you've watched an episode here with me, let me know what you think about the game. Does it interest you or not? Uh, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Helps grow the channel. I'm trying to get that 100 subscribers by the end of the year, hopefully. And always, if you know somebody that likes this sort of content, please share the video with them. Help grow the channel. And thanks again, and I will see you on the next one.